Consistency for real is where it's at. But she just wants
They're
that
always
dick.
greed,
Media, like
lust,
all
media.
of it is
Yeah,
abuse.
it's abuse. Yeah. Texting is crazy, bro. In point five. I meant to say in punto cinco. Punto cinco.
I zoomed in on accident. Okay.
Is it good?
Hey guys.
Hi. Thank you, Janus.
Hey guys. Welcome back to.
Stop it.
Or welcome to. Or welcome back to.
Well, I'm gonna put on my
Our
seatbelt. How about that?
podcast. Our podcast.
We gotta keep up the burps.
There we go. The little one for y'all.
No, yeah, no, I made a big one.
So we just went to the bins as we do, and we went to Barton earlier as we do, and now we're going back to my house.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is what made me burp.
That is what made him burp. Now we're about to go back to my house.
Limited.
Wait, do you have running shoes with you? You gonna run barefoot or you gonna run in? You're gonna go to my house and run. He's thinking.
Maybe I have shoes. Maybe we'll see.
I mean, you can walk. It'll probably take me as long to run. I'm not gonna lie. If you were just gonna do leg raises anyway. Yeah.
I mean, I'll try to run in the Converse maybe. I got boots.
He's gonna run in the boots in the Converse.
It's too hot for a hat.
This week, I don't know. What's been going on?
What's been going on? Well, I went to Fort Worth on the weekend.
Oh, yes, how was that?
So Saturday and Sunday I was in Fort Worth. It was fun. Got to hang out with Minerva's family.
Yeah.
And then it was funny. I got to talk about the bins too.
Oh, really?
Because they're like, Daniel, you thrift, right? And I was like, yeah. And they were talking about they're like, oh, we stopped at this one Goodwill, but it wasn't like a store Goodwill. They're like, it was a bunch of like bins, literally. And they were like, it was so gross, and people had their masks and gloves, and they were running and being crazy.
That's so funny.
And they were like, Daniel, do you wear gloves? And I was like, I wear a mask. I was like, as long as nothing doesn't like scratch, poke, or cut me, we're good.
Yeah.
I'm chilling. That's why I always don't dig like an animal. I dig like a sane
no real,
person.
as sophisticated as we can be, I guess.
And then this week, what did I do this week? I mean, I kind of had a chill week. I've done some studying. I'm still on this, I want to complete this IT course to see what it beholds. And then I talked to my coworker about going to ACC and trying to study abroad maybe. So having that option open.
Oh, that's cool.
Because she said I could even study abroad and then teach, and I could get a stipend, and live in another country basically.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I think I'd really want to go and live in Italy.
Oh yeah.
So maybe Italy, maybe Spain. Spain would be cool too, because then I could actually speak Spanish and not have to learn Italian.
Right.
But I think Italy was a beautiful place that I would love to live in. Spain would be my second choice. So yeah, that's kind of where I've been at, and then studying Spanish as well, obviously, and then trying to work on this tan. I don't know if y'all see it.
Oh,
I'm
same.
getting dark, bro.
Yeah, I've been laying out.
Laying outside.
Yeah.
And yeah, just doing the gym, working at the gym, doing classes.
Nice.
I keep getting meetings. Last meeting I had, I got a pay raise, so that was pretty cool.
Ooh,
I know,
right?
I almost got a whole $1 extra.
Oh, heck yeah.
Just 25 cents less. So 75 cents raise.
That's crazy that they call that a raise, but that's awesome.
Yeah.
It is raised.
They raise a pain in my booty. Anyway, and then, so I have a meeting next week on Wednesday, which is kind of scary because, my coworker was like, I need to have a meeting with you. And I was like, it's kind of loud, hold on. I'm going to break and it's loud and it's going to be in my ear, screaming and moaning. Ow, that hurt my ears.
That was so loud.
Anyway. Yeah, and she's like, I need to have there's a fly in here. I need to have a meeting with you. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. It's going to be a one-on-one. I was like, you're pretty chill, cool. And then I go and look. She's like, I'm going to schedule it through Google. And I was like, okay, cool. And I read it, and I was like, oh, so HR and my manager is going to be there? And she's like, yeah, but don't be scared. And I was like, what? I was like,
That's
now
funny.
I'm worried.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking if I did something, but we're gonna see. Anyway, but that's my week.
That's funny. That's nice. Productive.
Yeah.
Chill. Yeah.
Productivity.
My week has been selling stuff, reorganizing, getting my ish together. I've been working on like the structure and the schedule that I've been talking about. Working out every day, watering my plants, selling my clothes. I don't know, nothing too extravagant. I'm going to Miami next week, so I'm kind of just getting all my ducks in a row before that. That'll be fun.
Nuts or nuts?
Ducks.
Nuts. I heard nuts.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, get your nuts in a row then.
Get my nuts in a row. It's gloomy today. It's been sunny. It's been really hot. And like Daniel, I've been tanning.
Yeah, so it's hot. Yeah, it's hard sleeping now.
Oh yeah.
I'm having to cool down the house.
The
like I get
first
home,
nights.
it's like 88, it's almost 90 degrees
Yeah.
inside. I'm like,
I know.
bruh,
Oh, look at the fog layer over the city.
gross.
I thought I saw fog this
Musty.
morning.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, going back to you saying nothing extravagant, or you said something nothing like
Yeah, nothing too extravagant.
nothing too
What
extravagant.
I said, yeah.
And I was thinking last night, because I keep seeing like the people in my neighborhood, and I'm like, what are y'all living for? I'm like, it doesn't seem fun to come back and y'all are like bunked up, living 10 people in one 2-bed house apartment. And so my mind is like, what are y'all doing this for? And I was like, what am I doing this for?
Right.
I was like, what am I getting out of this? Like, and what do I want? And I was like, well, I honestly would love to travel to Italy. So maybe I think that might be like a goal for the summer. Minerva also wants to plan an adult cruise. So that could also be fun. I would be fine with doing that.
Yeah.
And then trying to go to Italy by myself sometime the end of this year or something like that. And then, like I said, I'm going to Mexico in October for a wedding. Love it. We'll have all that. And yeah, so I was like, I think I need to start trying to just like find out what I want to do, because like I'm kind of just everything feels stagnant because I'm like not knowing what I want. And I talked to Lauren about this earlier.
Yeah.
Like, it's not the fact that there's nothing I want to do. Like it's not that I don't want to do anything. It's that I want to figure out what it is that I do want to do so I can go headstrong towards it. Because like, for us, we made the plan. Like, we're like, okay, we want to live downtown in Austin by ourselves.
Yeah.
We made the plan and we executed,
Yeah.
And it's not like I can't execute. It's just like I don't know what I'm executing.
I agree.
So I think it's mainly that.
Yeah, I like compare a lot of my now moments to getting to this moment and like how I got here. And yeah, it's really the same thing of just like I realized that I had a clear vision of like who I was and what I wanted and what I was working towards. And then I realized that where I fell off is I didn't like have things leading up after that. And so once I got the goal that I was seeking, I kind of just like got comfortable or got stagnant or got a little aimless because the vision was no longer really a vision. It's like, okay, I'm doing this and this is cool, but maybe this will lead to something more versus like, what do I want this to lead to?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, being more intentional these days, the routine, the like getting the health and wellness back in myself so that my life can reflect that on the outside. Like Daniel talking about traveling, that's something I really want incorporated into my life a lot more. I feel like I travel a good amount, but I feel like for being so young and like responsibility free, I could be traveling a lot more with what I want to be doing. So,
and I was gonna say, for traveling, since we're in Austin, we have the Amtrak, and so it literally takes you to another state, city in mere hours.
Yeah.
I know the Amtrak isn't as good as like in Asian countries where they have the like light rail and it's electric.
Oh, real, yeah.
Like, trust me, I get it, but use what you can and what you have, because if you diminish yourself, which other people aren't doing, you're never gonna get what you want.
Yeah.
And I say this to everyone all the time because they're always like, oh, like shying away or not living up to their potential. I'm like, think about it. No one else is worried about you, but you're worried about everyone else.
Yeah.
So you're the only one that's hurting in this situation. You're the only one not benefiting and gaining.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was gonna say Amtrak because I was gonna do that with Minerva. I think I want to do that this summer because she's like, I want to go on a day trip to like another city, and I was like, shoot, we can go to another state and go to a state that's walkable, so we don't have to have a car.
Right.
And so we're kind of just like public transit, free transit, walking, and then going and exploring somewhere else for like the weekend. So that'd be really
fun.
cool. Something to
That
do,
sounds
something to
fun.
think about.
Yeah.
Because you can go east,
Taking
west,
advantage
north.
of the opportunities that are around us, really.
Can't go south because we're the south as it gets. There's no reason to go south. Like, why would you go south?
Train would be so interesting.
Train would be so fun. And they have meals, you can sleep, like, all the works.
No.
Like, come on.
Trains are pretty fun, too. Like, we've only really ridden them in D.C. or, like, the DMV area, like, getting around where we want to go.
I would call that the subway, though.
Well, I'm talking about, like, the ones straight out the airport.
That's the Amtrak, too, yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about that.
Okay.
The metro. That's definitely different, but... Yeah, the underground tunnels are crazy, but above ground is pretty cool, too.
I've never seen that building with the grass growing on the edge of it.
Oh, me either.
That's
so interesting.
See, when you stop and look in a different direction or perspective, you find new things that you've never seen before. Texting is crazy, bro.
Getting his attention was even crazier, yeah.
It's funny because the camera can see you from that
He
angle.
looked at me, that was so funny. I didn't even say anything, I just snapped, I just did that. Oh, he's coming, guys, he's coming. Get off your phone. Like, bro, your car already drives itself. It need to be on your phone too. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, they disabled the self-drive feature now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Because people were like doing nasty things on it.
Yeah. No, I bet. Yeah. Have you started reading that book yet, The Vortex?
The book, okay, because I was gonna say that too. I was gonna go into like some manifestation type thing.
Okay.
I read a little bit.
Okay.
Nothing very nothing to take away that much from it. I think I read. I think that was like the biggest part. Oh no, there was something about parents in there that I read. It was like in the introductory, and it said, parents try to make you a version of them, or they try to make you act how they want, and then they're like, hey, if you act this way, then I will reward you. Then I will be loving to you.
Love to you, literally.
Exactly.
And that is effed in that.
And yeah, I was trying to figure out what they were trying to say about it, but I think the main point of it, because it's similar to a book that we've read. I think you've read Four Agreements. It's similar to Four Agreements that it's like, oh no, maybe it's the love book, because Don Miguel, I forget his last name. I think it's Ruiz. Don Miguel Ruiz. And it's either the Four Agreements book picture or the Love is like Mastery of Love book.
Yeah.
And it talks about how your parents or just people in general love you conditionally, and they want to bring you up how they would like. And it basically is talking about how, like, your parents are bringing you up and, we're conditioned to be domesticated how they want you to, like a dog. Like, it's like, okay, once you bring the dog inside the house, it has time to pee. Here's your food bowl. Here's your water bowl. Here's your sleep section. You're kind of like caged, and
bounds of where you're allowed to go or not.
Yep. So this book also goes into the fact of talking about how, as children, when we're born, we have none of these filters. We have none of these things that are placed into us or taught to us that are stopping us from being the most genuine version of ourselves. So yeah, that's kind of the only thing I got from the book now. The vortex, the relationship of, or what is it called? The dynamic of relationship or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, how much have you read?
I'm like over halfway through.
What? I have not been reading.
I've been reading it almost like every day. I think since I got it, I've taken like 2 days off, but I really enjoy the perspective that this book is giving, because I have listened to a lot of Abraham teachings before, but listened is the key word. And reading the actual pages and it being put in a way that is meant for you to retain and digest the information, and also be able to like have it seep into your subconscious while also being able to integrate it into your life has been really beneficial. Like Daniel was saying, the main aspect of it being like society puts these pressures on us to behave and act and live in certain ways, and simply we come from a divine source where we know everything in our heart of how we need to be, act, do, and live and whatever. And it's been interesting because it's showing all the ways where we block our blessings, essentially, where we disallow our well-being because all there is that we are okay. And so that's been really nice. I really part with the parents, that's big to
It's
be
big,
like,
yeah.
wow, yeah, my parents really only did show me or allow me to feel love when it was under their conditions or their circumstances, and knowing that that's not their true nature either. That was what they were taught.
Yep.
So,
And so it's like, can't blame them.
no, yeah,
you
I
know?
can't blame them. Of course, like, people are able to be accountable. We're adults, so
Exactly.
I take that to my own.
I was going to say, referring to two things that you just said,
Mm-hmm.
the first was health is your natural state of being.
Yeah.
We go out of our ways we go out of our way to hurt ourselves in different ways.
Yeah.
Whether it's alcohol is poisoning.
Even
Food is poisoning.
Too
Overconsumption,
much food, yeah.
gluttony, greed,
Media, like
lust,
all
media.
of it is abuse.
It's abuse. Yeah. Like overconsumption is just what kills us nowadays, because you can overconsume.
Everything.
Like even this. Don't binge our podcast, please. Watch them one at a time.
A week.
Like even like I would advocate, like, don't even watch, like, if you watch something else, don't watch our podcast, because I want you to be healthy in the mind. And recently I've realized, gas it, I have not been as healthy as I could be in the mind. And I think main due part is my phone, and I really want to consume. And for me, it's the power and the ability, the accessibility.
Yeah, and the fact nobody else is holding you accountable but yourself.
Yeah, but I was gonna say mainly due to the fact that I have a phone. I have that accessibility. I have that power to do it. And like you said, like I have that. I'm able to distinguish. I'm able to like choose for myself. Like, is this what I want to do with my time?
Yeah.
So uh, it's meant in good ways. It's all in good faith. Yeah. Although there needs to be structure. And right. I think that's one thing we were talking about too at the beginning was structure. And I feel myself completing that in which I want when I find structure or I create structure. Like we were talking about, I think last podcast, I had made a journal for my days. And when you take inventory of what you're doing and where you want to go, you're able to see like, hey, it's more clear, like along the lines of like what I need to do
and what I'm
needs to
working
happen
towards and why I'm working towards it and all.
Yep. Like I expect myself to be fluent in Spanish because guess what? I'm practicing every day. I expect myself to be fluent in internet technology because I'm practicing every day, Yeah. So it's that continued practice. It's that, trying.
Consistency for real is where it's at.
Yep.
That's why it matters more that you show up every day than that you showed up one day. So show up every day for yourself and for the people around you. Don't forget that, we are living this life for ourselves, but we are co-creative beings. We are meant to be here with other people on this earth, and what you do impacts the people around you and yourself, obviously. So
very much so.
I don't know, just been keep on keeping on is what me and Daniel been on, really.
Yeah.
Big things are shifting though, so the progress will be shown in this podcast. I'm curious.
It's interesting that we're traveling on the same day too.
I know. Are you leaving in the morning?
I'm leaving.
No, we're not.
Friday. Well, we're gonna be gone traveling on the same
same
times. Yeah.
I know, that'll be cool.
Because I'll probably be back a day after you. I keep leaving my car keys in my car. I need a lanyard. Now I know why my brother had a lanyard. Yeah. Because he probably did the same thing.
How are we leaving our keys in the car? But also, like,
leave me alone. I was distracted.
He is. I'm distracting.
And I'm glad Lauren left her door unlocked because
nobody wants it would have been a tough cookie. Here. I mean, they definitely do. They want
my
the bins. They do. In the other part of Austin, probably not.
They want my Sunny Angels and my Smeeski.
My Squeensky.
Smeeski.
Squeensky.
Oh, you got mosquitoes in your place, man. Gross.
But yeah, we're about to go for a run and a little workout to continue our day. I'm excited.
I was gonna say I killed it. No, it's right there.
He's trying to get a bug because he's an animal.
I'm an animal. I'm gonna say I'm learning that clip.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm an animal.
Yeah. By me for you guys.
I've been trying to make like references.
No, yeah, Daniel Edit's really good. Go watch the other episodes on Daniel's channel.
Thank you.
One episode on my channel a week, one episode on his channel the other week.
There you go.
That's how it goes.
Blow it up.
Check
Y'all
out
blew
the
up.
description too, because I have all of our links and everything. Like, I got it hooked up.
Why is there so many mosquitoes?
They want you. They want you.
I don't want to be mosquito bited. Please.
It's so gloomy but hot. Oh my gosh. I'm doing a yard sale tomorrow.
This is why I left Houston.
No, literally.
I'm paranoid now. If y'all see the mosquito flying by my head.
I know, they really want.
Yeah, she's going to do a garage sale tomorrow.
Yard sale tomorrow.
Yard sale, my bad.
Hopefully, I sell all my belongings because that's my goal.
Yeah,
I'm like selling all my things like I'm leaving and traveling out of a backpack for the rest of my life.
Let's go. Do it. Yeah, I'll come look at your door again and see if we can do anything about like a lock situation.
Yeah, I mean, if not, it's not that big of a deal. It's life. You know, it's actually funny. The other day, one of my roommates' buddies.
Gross.
Oh my god!
You can't be talking about your roommates.
I don't know if it was the middle of the night or what. I can talk about it without name dropping.
Okay.
But
it's so funny. I saw your podcast and it was just like bleep.
Oh yeah,
I
know all the random bleeps because I was editing. I'm like, damn, Lauren, you don't said their name all
the whole
time.
I was listening. I was letting her talk, and I was just
like I was saying their names,
name.
and I still talked some shit. I just bleeped out their names.
Yeah.
You gotta the shoe fits. But the other night, one of my roommates' buddies. It's like the nighttime. Like it's like 10 p.m.
What does buddy mean?
Buddy means hookup, like the person spending the night.
Okay. I like that.
The man. Sorry, I shouldn't say person. It was a man.
It could be a woman.
And
misogynist.
You can hear everything in my house, but basically I hear like movement, and then all of a sudden I hear my door open. I was like, I'm facing the wall, so I just like heard it, and I was like, wait, I had to do a double take. I like turn and I look at my door. It is open with a man's head peeking in, and he goes, "Oh, sorry," or something like that. And I was just like, I think I verbally like loudly grunted. I was like, "Oh, I did something like that," because I was like, "Are you shitting me?" Like in my room. He thought it was the bathroom, but that's why we don't let grown men roam our house. Because
I'm sure she said. He's like, "Oh, where's the bathroom at?" The last door at the end of the hall.
Yeah,
I'm sure she said that.
I know. That's why I'm like, we cannot let men who we don't know be in our home because they do dumb shit. Like,
and walk in your home by yourself.
Because I know that's exactly what happened. Like, oh, you need to go to the bathroom, last door, whatever. And you think it's fine. And it's like, really, it's not anything crazy. But it's just so funny. Sorry, my other roommate comes out and you can hear her freaking out. And she's like, oh my gosh, she's like, what? Like, you just did what? And then he's like, yeah, like, sorry, like, I thought it was the bathroom or whatever. And she's like, oh my gosh. She's like, sorry, Lauren. And she like shouts it through the like wall.
Oh, you named dropped her again.
Anyway. And that shit was just so funny to me because I was just like, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. And that is why I have chosen to spend my time elsewhere. But she just won that day. And so that's why these men be at my house. And she had the audacity to be like, we never hang out anymore, girls, because this is the shit you do. I'd be talking to one of the boys too if I was hanging out with you. And it's like, that's not my goal. It's not what I want. And I just thought that was so funny that somebody barged into my room and I was like, yep. That's living here. Daniel has no drama because he has no friends. So
I literally don't.
But I don't even. I have one friend.
I have work drama.
For real. These are just people I live with ATP. But yeah, Daniel has work drama. I guess.
Work drama. Yeah.
Work drama. I don't understand how my landlord, who is 86, drives a vehicle. The other day, I was talking to him and he was just like, and I'm like, everything all right? He's like, yeah, I'm just old. I'm getting so old. Like, I can still drive a car and I just can't remember where I put the thing. And he started getting stern when he was talking about himself. He's like, where'd you put it? And I was like, oh my god, like, I already hear you running upstairs. I can't even imagine, like, we got close like that and you start.
No, imagine he's like Imagine he's not in there by himself. Imagine there's something like he's
That just makes no sense.
First time I met him, he's stumbling a little bit. He goes, "I promise you, I'm not drunk." He's like, "I don't drink." He's like, I'm old. I can't. Hold on. Grab something. I got it. Got to get my balance.
No, literally. But then he's sprinting upstairs.
Oh, did you see? Did you see on the podcast I put what pocket chasing was? Because I didn't think
Pocket
people
watching?
pocket watching. Yeah, I put the Urban Dictionary.
That's funny.
So Marshawn Lynch is like, "You pocket watching Marshawn Lynch."
That's funny. No, because I do be pocket watching. Sorry. That's when I'll know that I've really made it, is when I'm not pocket watching no more. And I have too much. I have too much time on my hands right now.
That is funny.
And just remember, be yourself.
Be who you are.
Yeah, we're gonna go on to the next thing now.
I think it's time we're gonna podcast.
Talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.